Good morning, everyone. How are you? And hold on a second. Let me adjust the light. Maybe you can see me better. Okay, see if that will work better. All right, good. And life is a noise. Let's get started. How do you like my picture of doing the saw? Yeah, I love to play saw sometimes, and it's very energetic. And the saw routine normally is very short because you're jumping around a lot, doing a lot of chopping and slicing. I know some people say, isn't taichi supposed to be very gentle, very nice and kind and harmony? Yeah, let's put your hands together. Now go all the way around. So the reason I'm putting a different picture up today for the talk is because I don't want everybody thought that it's the same class if I have the same picture up. So now I have to find a different picture every day to put it up. Good. And let's go for 2 more sets. Here's 1 and 2. Now reverse. In case you are just watching this free lesson first time, and please note, and I demonstrate all the movements in either sitting position or standing. Okay, and now stop. And stretch and bring both of your hands to your body, and then you look at the side profile, you bring the hands to your waist. You're doing the horizontal elbow rotations. And of course, at the same time, we also rotate our wrist by turning it. Yes. Good. And now you can feel your shoulder. And this set of a warm-up exercise is called joint flexor. Let's go for 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Good. And the next, if you're standing, right foot in the front, okay? And by the way, I am mirror image you. So this is your right side, this is your left side, yes. And now using your shoulder and move your shoulder. And you can move your body back and forth a little bit. And so you're also working with your quads. But if you're sitting, and we can just focusing on our shoulder. After all, this movement mainly is for the shoulder. Make sure you don't really move your arm, just using the shoulder. The initiation is from the shoulder. Good. And now reverse, go back and down, back and down, back and down, back and down. Good. Okay, and last one. Do you feel this one? I do. And now your left foot in the front and go forward. Good. Yes, again, using your shoulder to turn the arm. Not the arm, turn the shoulder. It works very differently. Good. Let's go for 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Now reverse. All the way back and down. Good. Keep going. Here's 2 more. Okay. Here's 1 and 2. Good. And now, gentle fist. And turn to the right side twice and left side twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2. Keep going. 3, 2. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stop. So you will see me sometimes standing up, sometimes sitting down, and don't be concerned that you don't have to go up and down. Okay, and next, again, gentle fist and arms kind of crossed at the wrist. 1, 2, open your chest. Now hands up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Okay. And now, hands together. Good. And massage your neck. And now, keep your upper body upright and your head suspended and relax your body. And lower your head. Feel the gentle stretch in the back of the neck. And now up. Now tilt to your right shoulder. Up center. Left shoulder. Up center. Now look at the ceiling. Good. And now head down. Circle to your right, back, left, and down. Keep going. Sometimes you will hear the popping noise, like I do now. And it's funny. I hear more popping noise, but reverse. Okay, reverse. Left, back, right, and down. I don't know why. I guess I am not built, symmetrically. Actually, nobody does. Nobody is saying. Okay. Last time, left, back, right, and down. Good. Hands together. Yay! More money, yeah. No, more health. It's even more important nowadays. If you're standing now, turn your hip to right, back, left, and down. You're sitting, you're following me. Okay, very good. Keep going. Now reverse. Left, back, right, front. Keep turning. Left, back, right, front, and stop. Good. And 2 hands together and massage your knees, everyone. Sitting or standing. Now, using your hand to guide means our circling. You're sitting, pick up your heels so you can circle a lot more easier. Good. Let's go for 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Now reverse. Okay. Two more. Here's 1 and 2. Good. And now we do lunges, front lunges, and your right foot in the front, left foot in the back. Make sure both feet are on the ground, and then your right knee is either above your ankle or behind. If you're very flexible, you can do like this, okay? And never like this. This is bad for your knee. So you do downward pausing. And you're sitting, bring your right knee to your chest and down. And then you're standing, keep pausing, And then you'll be sitting. And let's go for 2 more. Yes, 1 and 2. Good. And now switch. Now your left foot in the front, right foot in the back, and you do the downward pausing. And you're sitting. Bring up your left knee to your chest. Very good. Again, I'm mirror image you, okay? And this is your left side. Good. And last time, good. Now you're standing, open your legs really, really wide. See, really wide. And shift your weight to your right. And then don't turn your body. Body square, facing the front. Good. And you do the pausing. And pick up your right foot if you're sitting. And using your right hand, pushing your right knee down. Good, good. You do the pausing as well. Now switch. And standing, you do the pausing. You're sitting, pick up your left foot. Okay, you also do the pausing. Yay. Okay, good. And now kick from behind. Woo, woo, woo. Relax, relax. Very good. Okay, and now if you're standing, place your right toes on the ground and you're using your right knee to draw circles. If you're sitting, pick up your right leg and you also rotate your ankle, your right ankle. And now reverse. Yesterday somebody said I'm funny. Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes my funky personality just comes out. Good. And now put your left toes behind. And you know what? Life is hard enough. No need to be too serious, right? Yeah. I just let my inner child come out and play and have fun with you guys. And now reverse. Okay. And now tackle your legs and go down the front. And now behind your legs and extra padding and behind your knees. And now up and on the side. And now go down. You can open your legs a little bit wider. And the extra padding outside the knees. And keep going down about 3-4 fingers down. That's a Jusan, and that's great for the stomach. Extra padding. And keep going down, ankle. And inside ankle. And going up 4 fingers. And that's signing jaw, extra padding. And coming up and inside your knees, extra padding. Okay. And now extend your right arm up and then your left hand. Okay, this is called flat hand. This is called cup hand. See it? Flat hand, cup hand. We want cup hand. And now you peg yourself up, going down. All right, give yourself a big hand and say, I made it to the class today. And extra padding, and you know, where I have watch, and this is called Ning one, and this is pericardigan, connect to the heart. And inside your elbow, extra padding, and this is great for the immune system. And now bring up your arm and where your lymph nodes are, and lower your elbow. Feel funny, right? Inside, and pericardigan, Yay! It's a good day. Okay. Extra padding the outside of your elbow, and this is called crooked palm, 曲尺. Okay. Woo. Change side. Palm, cup in, right? Cup in. Okay. Good. Okay. Extra padding, crooked palm, 曲尺. This is very difficult to say in Chinese. 曲尺. Oh no, 尺. Both sounds go up. And inside, pericardigan for the heart. Okay. Inside your elbow for your immune. Okay. Okay. And lymph nodes. Good. Extra padding coming down. Okay. We're almost there. Pericardigan. Yay. Over. Bagger. No, good girl. You're here, and good boy, you're here too. Okay. All right. And now, woo. Next, we're going to do the 8 sections of brocade. And you know what? Let me adjust the screen just a little bit so you can see my arms a little bit more. Good. Okay. Now, doesn't matter you're sitting, standing, keep your feet about your hip width apart. And round the hands in front of your lower back. See like this. And keep your knees softly bent. And you inhale slowly. Exhale. Let go of stress. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now bring the 2 hands together, the palms out and up. Look at the ceiling. Feel your spine is lifted. And now look straight, move arms further back. Feel your lower back is arched. So you do like this, okay? And so this is called 两手托天理三椅, 脚 both hands push to the sky, and it's great for the health of the spine, the shoulders, up, look straight, open, and last time look up, look straight, open, and this is great for the health of, as I mentioned, the spine and your lower back and your shoulder. Yes, good. Next one, if you're standing, your feet come out, but the toes point slightly inward, and you can have high stand, medium, or low stand. It's totally up to you, okay? And both hands cross at the wrist. And now you pull arms apart. Look at your left index finger. Open right and cross and pull. Open left, cross and pull. Open right, cross, pull. Make sure when you pull, you don't do like this, or like this, or like this, or like that. You know what? I have seen them all. A lot of times, we just don't know how our movements are. This is called 左右开弓四射雕 bow and arrow. This is great for the health of the heart and the lung. Good. Okay. And the next one, feet hip width apart, sitting or standing, both hands facing up. Slowly bring your left hand up. You put the palm, so the palm facing the ceiling. Make sure your elbow to the side, now in the front, to the side, right hand down, okay? And now inhale, both hands together, facing up. Now right up, left down. Good. Left up, right down. Good. Right up, left down. Good. Keep going. Last set. This is called 调理脾胃虚单举. Raising arm, right and left, great for the health of the stomach and spleen. And the next one, and if you're standing, open your legs wide, and with this one, it doesn't matter you pose fan out, that's fine. And now, and keep your upper body upright. You're going to swing the head. And then if you're sitting, make sure your feet come out 45-degree angle, and then your knees stay behind your ankle. And place your hands on your knees. And now lower your head to your right knee, circle to left, and relax. Now from left to right, circle, right to left, left to right. 摇头摆尾去心梗. Now keep going. We're circling our head and tail, and can reduce the inflammation in the body. Good. One more set. Right to left. Now left to right. Good. All right. And the next, bring both hands up and now and down. Put the palms, hands to the back, where the kidneys are. And now, if you're standing, keep your legs straight. Round the hands behind the legs. Touch the heel, the toe. Move arms to the ears and now coming up. And if you're sitting, the same. To the back, heels, toes, ears, up and down. Heels, toes, ears, up. 双手摊足固肾腰 both hands touching the feet to strengthen the kidney. And last one. Good. And the next one, and open your hands big, fingers all separate, right? And bend your thumb, 4 fingers wrap around. And now bring your fist. And Alan, who is my student, he said, how do you punch people like this? I say, no, this is not a martial art. This is just, we don't go fight people like this, right? And then you don't hurt yourself. This is Qigong exercise. If you're standing again, choose your level, high, medium or low. Right fist out, open, turn, fist in. Out, open, turn, fist in. Open your eyes wide and big and stare at the screen because this one is called 转拳怒目真气力. So this exercise can help to increase the energy level and strength. Good. And now up and down, up and down. As you're coming down, you feel your body shake a little bit. You don't want to use force as you're coming down. At the same time, you don't control. Just let the gravity do its magic. Good. Let's go for 2 more. Again, shake it out. Relax. Good. I guess our class was Billy, Master Billy Greer is getting better and better each time, right? And yesterday after the class, again, I got a very positive feedback from many of you. So again, we're going to do more authentic Chin style Tai Chi with Master Billy Greer. And now I'm going to bring him to the studio. Hey, Billy.
Hi, Violet. How are
Hello.
you? Hello, everyone.
Good. Good morning. So I guess I don't need to talk much, and many of you very familiar with Master Billy, and he is in Annapolis, Maryland, and he runs a very large Tai Chi, martial art, and Kung Fu school. And without further ado.
All right. Good morning, everyone. And again, I want to extend my appreciation to Violet. She is just so tireless in her promotion of Tai Chi, Qigong, fitness, and the martial arts. So we really appreciate all of the work that she's doing, not just in making these daily classes available to everyone, but all of the other work that she does. Many of you may or may not know that she's an award-winning journalist, has written many articles, done many demonstrations and taught classes, all selflessly to help promote what so many of us do out of our passion and love of the art. So thank you again, Violet. All right, so now, Chen Tai Chi at its heart is all about silk reeling. So you may have noticed that with each of these lessons, I like to start with some silk reeling. So again, we're going to do that today. We're going to do some combining and separating silk reeling. So with this, we step out into a bow stance. Today I'll start off on my left hand extended, and then cross the right hand on top. So we shift to the right as the hands drop down. We turn to the right, the hands separate. We shift to the left as the hands lift up, and we turn to the left as the hands combine. So we're combining at the top, separating on the bottom. If you're doing this seated, what you'll want to do to get the full benefit is instead of just facing forward, turn one leg off to the side. So the corner of the chair is between your legs, and this way you can get the effect of turning more through the waist as you do this motion. Okay, so whether seated or standing, can follow along with us. And so going back, starting on the left, both hands here. Shift right, turn right. Shift left, turn left. Shift. Notice the hands turn towards the thumbs, rotating here, separating. Then as we lift, the hands turn towards the pinkies. Combine at the top, separate at the bottom. Now, in this case, my eyes are following my right hand. At the bottom, I don't want to tilt my head down, take my neck leaning forward. I want to keep the neck and head upright. So I just use my peripheral vision to follow the hand. At the top, my eyes can easily follow the hand while keeping the head level. So keeping the eyes following the hand helps make sure we're getting this rotation through the waist. Okay, so we want to turn the whole body, not just turn the head. And again, the arms are coiling and uncoiling, opening and closing, combining at the top, separating at the bottom. And then we can reverse directions. Shift to the right, turn to the right. Now we separate at the top. Shift to the left, turn to the left. Now we combine at the bottom. At the top, we turn our hands towards the thumbs, opening up. At the bottom, we coil our hands towards our pinkies, closing in, making a scooping motion. Good. Breathe slowly, smoothly, deeply. Combining at the bottom, separating at the top. Good. Now, staying with the hands at the top, bring the left hand around. We can do on the other side. Separate at the bottom. Combine at the top. The weight shifts 70% to the left. As the hands come up, shift 70% to the right. Turn to the right. Shift and turn. As we make the movements, we discussed before about how the silk reeling basically has a 4 count. We go down the side, across the bottom, up the sides, across the top. But we don't want to have a boxy effect. No sharp corners in our movements. So as our shift, before it completes, begins to turn. Before the turn completes, we begin our next shift. So one part merges into the other. So just like a circle, there is no beginning, no end. Good. And then pause with your hands at the top. We can reverse directions now. Shift to the left, turn to the left. Shift to the right, turn to the right. Again, when I turn, my eyes follow my left hand. At the bottom, the eyes follow the hand, but just using peripheral vision, not letting my body lean, not letting my head tilt down. I'm breathing in and out through the nose, keeping the tip of my tongue resting lightly against the roof of my mouth, letting my teeth touch together lightly, letting my lips touch together lightly, except when I'm talking, of course. Now, don't worry too much about your pattern of breathing. You want to breathe naturally. Your body has such a good mechanism for regulating your blood chemistry, the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide balanced in the blood. So when you feel the need to inhale, inhale. When you feel the need to exhale, exhale. but just try to breathe slowly, smoothly, and deeply. Good. And close. Good. Give your arms and legs a little shake. All right. So now we're going to work on the fifth posture of the opening of the Chen Tai Chi Laojia Ilu form. Okay. So the fifth posture is single whip. Last class, we had finished up the 6 sealing, 4 closing. So I'm going to do this correct from my perspective. So it'll be the mirror image if you're looking at me. So don't follow along. It'll look like the opposite side for you. So we'll reverse it so that you can follow along. But just so you can see the motions. So we start from the end of 6 sealing, 4 closing. I rotate to my right, rotate the palms up. I rotate to my left, extend the right hand as a hook. Then I step to the left. I shift left, I shift back to the right, and then I shift to the left, and I turn. Let the arm swing across till it arrives above my left knee, and then I settle. So my weight ends up 70% on the left. My arms are extended but not locked. So just a slight bend. So again, we don't want chicken wings. We don't want a sharp bend in the arms, but we don't want straight pulls either. We want to imagine the arm like a suspension bridge, hang from the wrist and the shoulder and let the arm have a natural sag. On the other hand, hang from the fingertip and the shoulder. And again, let the arm have a natural sagging down. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is this hook hand that we're doing. Some people that have done martial arts are familiar with the crane's beak, where usually the fingers are brought together sharply, and then we make a posture like this. In the Chen Tai Chi, we want to have the fingers more rounded. So the best way to get this correct posture is imagine that you're holding an egg in your hand. You want to hold the egg just tightly enough that it doesn't slip out of your hand and fall. But you don't want to hold it so tightly that you crush it. So you want to be relaxed but firm grasp of that egg. Okay, and I'm going to turn around so that you can follow me. And I'm going to make an adjustment here. I have my microphone has slipped down a little bit. So a little technical difficulty. All right, let's continue. So again, we start from just finishing 6 sealing, 4 closing. So we sink, we have our weight 90% or more on the right. We want to have our hip aligned above our ankle, so our weight is sinking straight down into the ground. The left foot, we're just touching the toe lightly for balance. And then the hands are coiling, turning towards the pinkies a little bit, coiling down. Okay, now to start, we turn to the right slightly, and then we coil the arms, continue towards the pinkies, letting the palms rotate up. The left hand extends forward slightly. We want to make sure we keep space under our armpits. Don't let the elbows collapse against the body. Then we turn to our left as we let the right hand extend into hook. So we bring the fingertips curl in towards the thumb, and we bring the left hand towards the waist, below the navel. Then we sink all of our weight onto the right, and we want to lower the body at the same time we step out. We keep the weight 70% on the left, right, then we shift to the left. Then we shift back to the right. Now we let the left hand pierce up as we shift left, and then we turn, rotating the thumb downward, the palm faces away, and we let our eyes follow the left hand around until it arrives above our left knee. Once it arrives above the left knee, we rotate the fingers up, let the elbows sink on both hands, and we turn our gaze forward. So our weight is 70% on the left, and our arms are extending outward but not straight off to the side, going slightly forward and slightly bent. So come back in to the sixth ceiling for closing. 1, we turn to the right, rotate the palms up. 2, we turn to the left, extend the right hand as a hook. 3, we step left. 4, shift left. 5, shift right. 6, shift left as the left hand pierces up. And then turn. Let your eyes follow the hand around. And settle. Good. And again, together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. And close. So let me show you some important elements of the structure of this posture. So at the ending, and we don't want our arms straight out to the side. See how the hands come forward slightly. So I want this nice bow shape between the arms. And in fact, in the single whip, the bows are emphasized in the body. So first, we can look at the, we do mirror image of you, the left arm, okay? We have a slight bow shape here because the arm curves slightly. Same thing on the right hand. We let the elbow drop down slightly. So again, a slight bow shape. So each arm has a slight curve, a arc, bow shape. But between the arms as well, we don't want the arms straight out to the side. We let them come forward. So you can imagine that you're reaching out to wrap your arms around a large tree trunk. So now you get a bow shape across the arms from side to side. Okay, now this brings up one of the elements of Tai Chi posture. We talk about hollowing the chest round the back. Now, all too often, people will take this a little bit to an extreme. So they'll get in this posture and they hollow their chest round their back and it starts looking like this. Okay, we don't want to overdo it. What we want to do is get into the posture, and when you breathe out, your chest naturally folds in just a little bit. So don't force the posture. Just relax into that slight folding in of the chest, and you'll feel the slight opening across the back. So feel a connection from arm to arm stretching across your back in that posture. Okay, so let's go through again, keeping those elements in mind. Sink down. Turn to the right, rotate the palms up. Turn to the left. Pull the left hand to the waist as the right hand extends. Look left. Step out to the left, shift left. Shift to the right. Shift to the left as the left hand pierces up, and then turn. When the left hand crosses your center line, imagine a string connecting your fingertips to your right toes. So as you complete this motion, let your right toes pivot in slightly so they end up pointing straight forward. And then when your left hand arrives above your left knee, settle. Let the elbows sink. Let the shoulders relax. Let the hips fold in. Good. So again, turn. Turn. Step. Shift. 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 And turn. Right foot hooking in. And settle. Good. And close. Okay, so we're ending up in a bow stance. So just like a good bow stance, we want to have our tailbone sinking towards the ground. We don't want to let our knees go forward too much so they go past the toes. So keep the knees constrained above the foot, between the toe and the heel. Okay, And as we sink into that posture, we have the feeling of starting to sit down in a chair. So we want to feel our hips fold in here. So think about sinking your hips down, sinking your tailbone down as you settle into that posture. Now, one way to get a good sense of that posture is to imagine your body suspended by 3 points. Okay, so I'm going to go into the posture mirror image for you so you can follow along. Okay, so my left hand has 70% of my weight and the palm is pressing out. So imagine a string tied to your center finger and let your arm hang from that string. So this stays loose and relaxed. Okay, now with the right hand in the hook, imagine a string tied to my wrist. So this arm hangs from the string, loose and relaxed. And then finally, a third string tied to the crown point of the head. So let your body hang suspended from those 3 points. And when you hang like that, your spine will fall into a natural alignment. You'll help open up the space between your vertebrae. Okay, and you can imagine your tailbone sinking down towards the ground. So you elongate your spine, open up the body. So this is probably one of the most open postures in Chen Tai Chi. We have the opening between the arms. We have the opening with the legs. And I mentioned how the arms have a bow shape, an arc here and here, and then we have an arc between the arms. Same thing with the legs. So the left leg has a bend. So the substantial leg, we always want the knee over top of the foot because that's the one that's supporting us. So we want a strong, stable posture. So the knee over the foot. So obviously the leg has a slight bend here. So there's one of our bow shapes, one of the arcs. The right leg is straighter, but it's not locked out. We keep a slight bend in the knee. So again, here you look, you see a slight bow shape in the leg. Okay, so each leg has a bow, but then also from knee to knee, there is a bow shape. We want to have an arc here. We don't want to have the hips thrust forward and the legs pushed back in alignment. We want to let the tailbone drop back behind the position of the knees so that we have this arc here. So now we have an arc for each leg and an arc between the legs. Same thing with the arms. We have an arc, a bow shape for each arm, and then an arc between the arms. So we want to maintain those bow shapes. So that bow, that arch, is a very strong, stable posture. If you think about construction in the days before we had steel girders, if somebody was building a large stone structure like a cathedral, you didn't have the standard square door openings, because that lintel across the top wouldn't support a lot of weight. It would collapse down. So instead, they used arches. So an arch will take the weight and distribute it down to the points of contact. So you don't bear the full weight in the center. So the same thing with our body. When we step out into this posture, we want to have a feeling of strength and stability. We want to feel those arches working to distribute our weight through the body into the ground. So even if somebody pushes on us, we can feel firmly rooted to the ground. Okay, so let's go through again, keeping all of those elements in mind. Sink down. Turn to the right, rotate your palms up. Turn to the right again, this time extending the right arm. And notice how the right hand comes close to the left hand. Extend out. Step out. Shift. 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 The left hand pierces up and then turn. Hook in the right foot. And settle. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And close. So this is one of my favorite postures. If you want to do standing meditation, this is also a good option. So a lot of times people see the zhang zhuang, the standing post like this, but also this makes a good one. So some key elements, make sure don't lift the hand too high. We don't want to have the elbow come higher than the shoulder. So in general, the two hands are going to be at the same level. It looks like one is higher, one is lower because one has the fingertips up, one fingertips down. But if we bring them together, we see the wrists are roughly the same level. And that level should not be up above the shoulders. If we start lifting the hands too high, we introduce tension in the shoulders. So we want to let the elbows sink, let the whole body sink. Okay, so now that we've worked on that fifth posture, let's go back to the beginning and practice the first 5 movements together. So start in your standing posture. Bend the knees slightly. Let your shoulders relax. Here you can also imagine hanging suspended from the ceiling, but instead of 3 points, just 1, hanging from a thread connected to the crown point of the head. So let your weight drop down. Let your spine elongate. The space between the vertebrae open up. Tip of the tongue resting lightly against the roof of the mouth. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Let the mind calm down and slow down. Let the body relax. And we begin. Preparation. Shift to the right. Step to the left. Shift to the center. Till the weight's 50-50. Settle. Then breathe in. Imagine balloons tied to your wrists. As you inhale, they inflate and your arms float up. When they get to about shoulder height, exhale. The balloons deflate and your hands drift slowly down. Palms downward, fingertips forward as though resting on an imaginary countertop. That's movement 1. Weights 50-50. Movement 2, pound the mortar. We begin by shifting to the right. As we turn to the left, bring the hands up to about shoulder height, palms face to the rear. Shift to the left, rotate the palms to face forward, and turn right. Pivot on the heel of the right foot. Shift the weight to the right, step to the right, or push to the right. Then the left foot comes in, step out diagonally. Wind up, turning right, let the hands drop down, shift to the left, open the left foot slightly, keep the right hand back by the knee, left hand stretches forward, pull forward and step forward, up, down. Now imagine a string connecting your right wrist to your right knee, lift up the fist, the knee comes up, cut the string, everything drops, but the weight stays slightly more on your left. Good. Now, movement 3, lazily tying ropes. We turn to the left. We let the hands separate as we shift to the right, but we continue to gaze left. Then we turn. We let our eyes follow the right hand around. When the arms are on opposite sides of the body, we shift to the left, but we continue to gaze right as the hands reverse up and down. Then we step out, bring the hands together, keep the weight 70% on the left, turn to the left. Then we shift to the right, turn to the right. Extend the right arm, pull the left hand back to the waist. Weight is 70% on the right. Now 6 ceiling, 4 closing. We bring the left hand up to join the right, both hands push. We shift to the left as the hands drop, and we turn, pull the hands across. We shift to the right as the hands come up, and we turn, fold in towards the left shoulder, step in, press down, settle. And then the posture we just started today, single whip. We turn to the right, rotate the palms up. We turn to the left, extend the right hand as a hook, pull the right hand to the waist, look left. Sink on the right foot as we step out, shift left, shift right, shift left as the left hand pierces up, and then turn. Let the right foot hook in, When the left hand arrives above the knee, settle, sink down. Weight 70% on the left. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Feel the weight of your feet sinking into the ground. Feel your tailbone dropping down, the crown of your head lifting up. Feel the wrist suspended. Feel the fingers suspended. Let your body hang in that posture for a moment. Good. And then close. And shake out your arms and legs. So, why do we close after we do our form? Why do we close after practicing a sequence? So one of the reasons is that humans are very hand-centric. You know, when we want something, our hand usually leads the way. Our hands are so sensitive, so adept at holding things, manipulating things. So we rely on them a lot. So we talked about the last class, the importance of moving from our dantian, moving from our center. As our center of gravity, that helps keep our body stable. But we have to balance that. Once we start moving, we tend to start thinking about what our hands are doing. The focus goes away from our center out to the hands. So closing is a way of bringing the attention that's gone out to the extremities and bringing it all back to our center again so that we can focus, calm down, and take all of that energy that's been moving the body and quiet it down, concentrate it to our center. And so we bring our focus back to our center. And we want to try to make sure that whenever we're moving, again, you see the movements of the hand, it's easy to get distracted and focus on thinking, oh, Tai Chi. Some people say, Tai Chi is waving the arms. If you can wave your arms, you can do Tai Chi. We don't want to just wave our arms. We want to maintain that connection. So we want to make sure that we're aware of our center and we move with our whole body. Again, that concept of when one part moves, all parts move, maintaining that whole body connection. Okay, so we've come through the first 5 movements of the form. We'll develop that more in some of the future classes. And as I mentioned, there are some fun applications, how to use these movements that can help you understand the posture, the hand position better. So I'll try to introduce some of those in an upcoming class so that you have that good visualization of the intent behind each movement, what it is that you're actually doing with the body instead of just some dance movement. It all has intent, all has purpose. And when you have that mental focus, you get more of the health benefits. All right, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. And I'm so glad you have touched upon so many important so-called body requirements or the fundamentals in your teaching, and this is awesome. And as a Chinese, and actually when I'm reading some of the Tai Chi classics, and I have to think about it because reading the old Chinese, how should I say, the classics is written in the older Chinese language, just like the Shakespearean English is different than the English we use today. So a lot of people and don't understand exactly what that means, and really even for Chinese lost in translation. And like you're talking about the chest part, and the Chinese language says Han Xiong, and I have seen a lot of people, and even they did it in Chinese. They did like this, okay? And then you say that very well. And in English, a lot of the translation is tucking the chest. So people are doing this. And as a matter of fact, Han in the Chinese literature means, you gently hold it. And so it's very gentle. If you are using any force like this, okay, then it's no longer Han. So I think that you did an excellent nation for people and demonstration. And I also found one thing very interesting. And in Tai Chi Chuan, we all know Tai Chi Chuan is about yin and yang, soft and hardness, right? And but in our analogies, and a lot is also kind of too extreme. And I like it. You say this, like holding an egg, and this is the first time I heard it. I thought that's just excellent and very well. And another place, we talk egg in the body requirements is the armpit. And then you mentioned don't want to collapse your armpit. And then there are two analogies we use. One is the egg. You don't want to do this and crushing the egg, then you got a really nasty condition. And another analogy people like to use is a rock. You have a rock underneath your armpit. If you're doing this, it's going to hurt. So it's interesting how we use these, very gentle way of very hard, like you were saying this, and then you're trying to tap on the ice and see how it is solid on the river and whatever. There's just so many excellent points, and I really appreciate it. And as we all know, Tai Chi Chuan for a lot of advanced practitioners understand Tai Chi Chuan is not just about movement. And some people say, oh, it's just like dance. No, I think the dance has their own theory, their fundamentals. And Tai Chi Chuan definitely has its own fundamentals. And the reason Tai Chi Chuan is so good is because, these fundamentals build around you talk. I love how you're talking about the balls, everything. It's just another quality class. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for your passion for the art and giving me this opportunity to help share my passion as well.
Well,
we appreciate everything that you do, Violet.
Thank you very much. I cannot afford to pay anyone. So, okay, I really appreciate that. And will see you Wednesday next week, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming. And so, guys, tomorrow we're going to have Sifu Loretta Warring and with us, and she's really awesome. You will like her too. So, again, see you
all right.
tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everyone.